Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Armory. Welcome to X. Welcome to episode 3 of The Hard Truth with myself. Tonight is a fantasy transfer window, and we'll get into the nitty gritty very, very shortly. Big up to Chris, who says, "Big up, mate. Hope you are well." I'm always well when Verstappen doesn't win. So, and to be fair, a good race as well today. I'm entertained by that. I was right with the safety car. Thought there'll be 2, but just 1. But I'll take that. But it was a good race. Really enjoyed that. Geeks, I've seen you have done your fantasy window, and I'm going to star it. I will definitely come back to it. I just want to go through some little bits first. So before I start, I have got a helpline for some people because I will upset people. I know I will. This is why it's been done as the hard truth, because this is my truth. So for anyone upset with my fantasy transfer window, please call 0800. It's my window. Okay, for anyone that gets upset by it, because at the end of the day, it's my window. It's my money. I'm going to spend it how I want. So we can drop as many points and we will finish second. This league is awful. We've been absolutely dreadful this league campaign. Yep. Literally there's nothing more to add to that. We have been awful. I think we've been quite fortunate with other teams having such a bad season, because I do think if other teams were on fire, we would be a lot further down the league than second. That's for certain. We've got away with it this season. Let's see what happens in the Champions League. I'm not confident that we'll win it. I'm a little bit more confident about going through on in the week, but I just don't see how we win it. Not with the way that we play sometimes. Right, so let's get into this nitty gritty. So let's do Geeks' first. So, hey Bobby, hello chat. Hope you are well and healthy. Fantasy window. So this is Nick's window. So Garcia is his choice for second goalkeeper. Hato Kirkes first and second choice. So Hato is his first choice to go in defence, and Kirkes is his second choice. Bastoni, Huijsen, again first choice Bastoni, second choice is Huijsen. Zubimendi, there is no second choice there. Wirtz and Guller. Obviously, Wirtz is his first choice. Guller is his second choice. Doué, Semenyo for the left wing. Obviously, Doué as his first choice, Semenyo as his second choice, and Isaac as first choice, and Sesko as his second choice. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. I'll be honest, guys. So what I've done tonight has no bearing on any knowledge I have at Arsenal. This is my window. So there won't be... I have to be very careful how I say this. There won't be too much that matches up to what we're doing. So you'll be shocked that actually I haven't signed Zubimendi, even though Zubimendi is definitely coming to Arsenal. I haven't signed him because I don't want him. I'm looking forward to the signing, don't get me wrong, but I've gone a different route to improve the DM role for me personally. So yeah, just bear that in mind. Piastri had a race of his own, masterclass from him. Norris did well after poor qualifying and having a penalty. Ferrari messing up. Imagine my shock. Yeah. Ferrari's Ferrari in it, mate. Let's be honest. 85,000 under lights at the Bernabeu is going to be peak. Yes, I'll be honest. It all depends on whether or not we can handle that pressure. I don't know if we can. I hope we can, but yeah. Ocon and Bierman battling for driver of the day. Fantastic. Oh, Bierman was just fantastic again. That kid is something special. I do like him. Ocon, very good again at Haas. Haas just looks quite good, to be fair. But yeah, I don't know if you got told this, but I'm pretty sure Lewis won it today, which I didn't make much sense, if I'm honest, because he started in 9th and finished in 5th. Which, yeah, it's all right, but I wouldn't say it's driver of the day. But I'm not sure if that was the actual person that got it, but I did find that rather weird. Right, let's get into this. Right, so I've done the sell players first before I get into the people that I've bought in. So, defensive players to sell, Kivior for 29 million quid. I do think we can get a bit more, but I'm trying to be as reasonable as I can with the prices. So Givio for 29 million, Tomiyasu for 20 million, Tavares because we still technically own him. And the reason I put 10 million is yes, we're going to get 5 million for the fee, but I think we're actually going to get another lump sum because we've got a sell on clause. So I think we might bump up to 10 in the end. And Tierney, obviously, let him go to Celtic. Midfield players to sell. This is where people are going to get really upset with me. Zinchenko going to sell for 25 million quid. Marino, I'm selling. Literally no point. Literally. Odegaard, I'm selling. Now, this is because of the way that I'm going with the style of play. So I don't think there's any place for Odegaard. He's also had a bad season. But he just doesn't fit in what I want. So it will make sense, I promise. It will make sense to you once you see who I brought in. Fabio Vieira to 20 million quid, Lukonga 8 million, Partey and Jorginho both leave. So they are my midfielders. Forwards to sell, I'm selling Havertz and I'm selling Jesus. Now, Jesus, we might have to wait till January to sell, but that has no bearing on me and what I've done with what I spent. So, but yeah, Havertz, I'm selling, and total incoming will bring in 338 million, and I will be spending 608 million, which will be a net spend of 270 million pounds. Now, I'll get into the players in a minute. Let's just keep an eye on what people is saying. Haas seemed to be race car than qualifying car. It does, yeah. Neville's punditry is as poor as his managing career. Hamilton was sarcastic on Team Rose, saying, "Great job, guys," when everyone went crazy in pit lane after safety car. I hope Berta can bribe the UEFA committee so we can win the Champions League. Yeah, Piastri was so good. I rate him highly. I would promote C to captain. Oh my god, no, he needs to be sold. We need the money. Well, it's not like we actually need the money, but I need the money for this. So I'm going to go into my fantasy window. So the first player I'm bringing it in is the backup goalkeeper, and I'm going for 20-year-old Frenchman Lestes from Toulouse. I like Garcia, but Garcia for me is a Arteta type choice, and you know what? I'm going my own route. I'm going to choose my own type of players, and yeah, I'm going with Restes personally because I just think he's quality. Big up to Michael saying hi, Bobby, and all in the chat. Hope you're doing well, Michael. So yeah, he's played 29 games this season for Toulouse. Not been brilliant, if I'm honest, but you know, if you look at Ramsdale before we signed him, he wasn't fantastic. But you've got to have faith, and goalkeepers change very quickly when you go from a non-successful club to a successful club. You change very quickly. So I'm going to give the shout out to Restes. I think 20-year-old Ray is going to be around for a couple of years. So yeah, why not? Right, let's move on to the defenders. The first one is Uriel Hato. Doesn't surprise anybody here. I think he's quality. He can cover the left centre-back role. He can cover left-back. Yeah, perfect for me. I think 41 million would just about do it. You might have to pay a little bit more, but I'm trying to be as reasonable as I can with these prices. He's played 25 games this season for Ajax, 2 goals, 6 assists. Not bad for a left centre-back. But yeah, he's only 19 as well. So, and his passing accuracy is immense, 90%, which is very, very good. But I've also gone for an actual left-back as well. I've gone with Adrien Truffert from Rennes. He's 23-year-old Frenchman. Only cost about 21 million quid. I think that is top whack as well. I'd probably get him for less than that. But I'm trying to be, again, as reasonable as I can with these prices. He's played 27 games this season, 1 goal, rating not too bad. Passing accuracy is 83%, which for a left back is not too bad, personally. Temi, I promise you it will make sense. I promise you. I'm not there yet. Once people understand why I've sold Odegaard, you'll understand why I've sold him. Because trust me, I'm getting an upgrade and something else. So yeah, I promise you it will make sense eventually. You got to be able to do this type of window that I've done. I had to sell Odegaard because I needed a large lump amount of money, and this was the best way of doing it. So, promise you, it will make sense. I promise. So that's my left back choice. So that's my defence nearly covered because I've gone for one more. I've gone for a very, very well, I won't say very young, but a young, versatile defender. Because I'm selling Tomiyasu, I feel that we need someone that fills that slot. And I've gone for a young Italian called Scalvani, who plays at Atalanta. He's only played 6 games, but he looks quality, and he's so versatile as well. I think he's played for the under-21s in Italy. He looks versatile. He looks like he could become something special. So I've gone for Giorgio Scalvani. Right, let's move on to the DM role. Oh no, I've gone for one more. I didn't realise I went for another one. So I've gone for another centre back. I should have had my piece of paper next to me. I would have known what was coming up. Giovanni Leone from Parma. Now, he only recently joined Parma from Sampdoria. So he's only cost 13 million crowns. So I'm just going to reach for my piece of paper so I can actually remember who's actually coming next, because I've written it all down on a piece of paper, but I've forgotten to put it next to me. So, yeah, I've gone for Leone, who's 18-year-old, only costs 13 million quid. He's definitely rough diamond at the moment. Needs a little bit of polishing, but I do think that he would be quality. So yeah, that is my defence covered. Now I move into the DM roles. Right. So my first choice is, which is why I've not signed Zubimendi, is because I'm going for Carlos Baleba. Because I'm losing Partey and Jorginho, I felt that I need to go for someone that I know is Premier League proven. Yes, he's only had 18 months, give or take, in the league. But when you're going to put him in, you've got Rice that's already going to be there, Lewis Skelly as well. So for me, good enough, personally. But he's going to cost about 80 million quid, I reckon. I reckon probably a little bit more. So yeah, that's my choice for DM and midfielder. I've also gone with a young one as well, just to help, because obviously we've got Lewis Kelly that's going to be there as well. So that's 3 DMs. So I felt we needed another one. So I've gone with Ibrahima Bangura, who plays at Genk. He'll cost about 20 million quid, 21-year-old. He's played 27 games. His passing actually is immense, 91%, which is really, really good. Like Partey's is 89. Rice is around 88, something like that. So he's got very good passing accuracy stats, which is, again, something that fits into the way that we want to play football. So that is what I'm doing personally. But I just think he's someone that could be very special. And we kind of got to do the Brighton route for me. So yeah, let's move on to what people have been saying. On second review, I've decided the Challenger Master should be upgraded to a red card, lifetime ban for Norgard, and promotion to MMA where it belongs. Chris is going with Garcia, Hato, Robinson, Zubimendi, Eze, Wemo, Gyökeres. That'd be my signings for Arsenal. I'm realistic with mine. No, fair enough. I'm selling Rice and signing to Nielsen, Kallstrom. Jesus Christ. That is not a window I would want to see. I can promise you, Temi, I would not want you in the purchasing department, Arsenal. Now, this will make sense now why I've sold Odegaard. I've bought in Wirtz. I think he'll cost around 120 million. It wouldn't surprise me if that goes up a little bit more, but I reckon 120 will be sufficient to get him from Leverkusen. But his stats just, yeah. 26 games, 9 goals, 10 assists, passing accuracy of 83%. He's only 21. He is outstanding. And I have to have him in my team. Obviously, we're not going to do this. This is obviously mine. So please bear that in mind when give any feedback because this is my team. This is what I want to do. We will go into like Arsenal transfer news probably by around the end of the month. That would be probably a good time when the final plan is set in motion and we know exactly what we're going to be doing. At the moment, we know the majority, but we don't know everything. So by the end of the month, we should know more. I will get rid of Kivior, Jorginho, Odegaard, Martinelli, or Trossard, and Jesus. Yeah, Trossard. Oh, I just remembered I didn't sell Trossard, did I? I've got more money. I did sell Trossard. Glad you're pointing that out. But I'd get some money from Trossard. Probably not much, 20 million. But again, I forgot to see him sell Trossard. Never mind. But yeah, so Florian Wirtz is someone I would bring in. Now, move it into a young attacking midfielder. So I've chosen to go with Tommaso Baldanzi from Roma. He's played 24. To be fair, only started 4 games, but he's got 1 goal, 1 assist. His parking's actually pretty decent for opponents. It only costs 23 million quid. It's worth a risk. You probably noticed that most of these are Italians, which I didn't really realise, but I have gone very much the Italian route. I don't know why, I'll be honest. It just seems to have gone that way. But that will change very, very shortly. So that's my midfield complete. So we've got Rice, Belieber, Lewis Skelly, Bangura, Wirtz, and Baldanzi. There, like so, we've got 4 DMs, 2 attacking midfielders. Obviously, some of the players that we've already got, or who else I might bring in, can also drop into the 10 role if needed. That would be, I think his name's Coopers. Cuypers. I think that's the guy you're on about. He is someone that we've been assessing. We have been assessing Kirkez as well. But as I said, this is my fantasy window, so this would have no bearing on what Arsenal are doing. This is literally just mine. This is what I'm doing with the money. So just bear that in mind, people, okay? I don't want anyone getting upset or thinking, oh, we're not going to be signing him because Bobby said we're signing this. No, this is my window, okay? So on the wing, I've gone with Anthony Gordon because I absolutely think he would be immense personally. I know a lot of people want Williams. I'm not convinced. I'll be honest. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, it's such a small release clause." It technically is, yeah. But technically, also, when you're signing someone for 40-odd million pounds in a release clause, that is nearly a 200 million pound signing because of the PSR. Because when you sign a 200 million pound player, you can spend 50 million pounds a season on him. So that technically is Nico Williams in one lump sum. So yeah, I'd rather be more sensible. Now, I reckon you could probably get Gordon for 20 million a season, signing for a 4-year contract. It'll cost us 20 million a season. I think it makes more sense, and I just like him. He does his job. He does it well for Newcastle. He did it well for Everton. He's only 24. Why not? So I'm going for him personally. I don't believe anyone on transfers, not even YouTubers. Not just you believe what you believe. Oh, well. No, exactly. But I know some people would look at this and go, "Oh, we're going to sign him." I promise you, this is all mine. Nothing to do with Arsenal. This is all mine. Roy Keane ripping into United. Good. I know for one, I hate United. Hopefully, everyone likes. Oh dear. Right, we're going to go with the strikers now. So obviously, no shock with some of the strikers that I've chosen. So I've chosen Victor Gyökeres. I reckon we'll get him for 70 million quid. He's 26. Obviously, his numbers. Now, bear in mind, these numbers might have changed, but I did these slides last night, so they might have. Some stats might have changed, but literally just one little bit. He's played 28, scored 31 goals, 6 assists. His passing accuracy is decent. not great for a striker, but decent. But yeah, he's just phenomenal. He's a monster, absolute monster. So he is my first choice, but I have gone with Hugo Ekitike as well, the young French lad. I think probably getting for about 60 million from Frankfurt. Now, Frankfurt are not a team that will demand huge money, but I still think they'll demand a decent amount. So I think in 60 million quid, you probably tempt him away from Frankfurt for. He's only 22. He's got 13 goals in 27 games, 4 assists. So basically, I've got two strikers, two different type of strikers as well. Ekitike is slightly different to Gyökeres. So that's why I'm going down this route. And my final player is a bit of a wild card, I have to be honest. Nelson Weeper. He's 20-year-old. He plays for Mainz. Now, his profile is like between Gyökeres and Ekitike. He's strong, decently fast. I wouldn't say he's Usain Bolt, but he's got some pace about him. He's played 18 games this season, only started 6, got 3 goals. He's just one of those young strikers you just want to kind of keep an eye on. And what am I paying? 12 million quid for him. It's worth a little punt. Worth a little punt. It's just worth it. Just to have a little bit of a risky signing. But yeah, that is my window. Look, I wanted a bit of fun, because obviously yesterday's game was stressful, I'll be honest. And obviously we're leading into a big week now with Real Madrid. So I just wanted a little bit of fun, but we will start talking more full-on actual transfer news at the end of the month. Our final plans, and this is not just our final plans, Liverpool's final plan, Man United's final plan, will all be set by the end of this month, getting ready for when the window opens in June. So we will do more transfer talk at the end of the month. And then as soon as the season's done, as soon as June's hit, and I've done all my playoff finals, because you know me, I love my playoff finals, so I'll be doing all my playoff finals. Then we'll crack on with transfer window talk. So, oh mate, I don't think I could do it to myself, because not only would I'd have to then Google it. But yeah, I wouldn't want to do it. Is that still under investigation? Do you know what it is though? It felt like there was some kind of bug in the whole system in Bahrain, because obviously the Red Bull had their issue with their lights. It felt like something had attacked some kind of computer system or something. It felt really weird today at Bahrain when it comes to technical issues, and it was just really weird, I thought. I rate Angelo Stiller, the DM from Stuttgart. There, mate. There is who's the other dude? Blumenek. Another one from Stuttgart, actually. Fujinek. Why am I thinking his surname begins with an L? No, not an L, an M. But no, there's a couple of players at Stuttgart that I think are really, really good. I have to be honest. There's some really good quality out there, and what bugs me sometimes with football fans is because they get linked with a certain player, that's all they ever think about. They don't go out there and go, well, what about this one? What about this guy? What about this white guy? What about this guy? There is more than just a small fish pond of players. There's a whole ocean of them. You just need to just do a bit of scouting network and just have a good look. I'm glad Roy's going on for one. He deserves it. Harsh if Russell gets a penalty because everyone was getting it. Yep, I totally agree. Russell 20 plus laps on softs, by the way. Wow. Yes. Yeah. He is incredible when it comes to tyre tread, I have to be honest. Mercedes having a better season than Ferrari. A big F you to Hamilton. I love it. It's what I wish for. Yeah. I'm obviously, whilst Max is not at Mercedes, I'm obviously enjoying Mercedes season until Max goes there. But other than that, yeah. Right, guys, that's me done. I will see you Tuesday night. Hopefully, I should have a special co-host with me Tuesday night. Then I've got the watch along on Wednesday, match reaction Thursday. Trying to remember what the games are this week. Saturday will be the Arsenal preview to Hellhole. And then I'll be doing the watch along next weekend to that Hellhole game as well. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Big up to the 100 people currently watching. Really do appreciate it. But yeah, I hope everyone understands where my theory went now. But guys, I'll speak to you later. Take it easy. Bye bye.